was sent, Amy.
What?
You know that program about the narcoleptic animals?
Yeah.
Well, it's about narcolepsy, but it touches on narcoleptic animals. They sent me a tape of it.
Did they send you a tape?
Yes.
So you're going to be able to see the narcoleptic dogs?
Narcoleptic. Tell us again. Just remind us again.
Well, it's a program about narcolepsy, but they discovered that humans weren't actually making this condition up.
No.
Because they found dogs that were narcoleptic. So they had them on camera. It was like in the early 70s, so it's shot on that kind of little bit grainy kind of home film. And it just shows all these dogs being let out of a big cage and, like, running. You know when dogs get really, really excited and they're kind of like,
pleasing.
they're almost falling over themselves with excitement to kind of get a ball. And then all of a sudden they just go... They just plop down in the middle of this grass.
Just when you think Horizon's run out of things to... Once they've done Von Daniken, they've been around... They're what?
In the greyhound racing that happened. Apparently Michael Owen had 25.
Hey! Yes, of course, the Michael Owen. Anyway, they're on there. It's a tape.
Oh, you're going to love it.
I doubted that, like you doubted me joining EastEnders, but there it is. It's a fact. I'll send you a tape of my performance. Yeah. Alan Davies is with us. Now, of course, to hand, I should have. Is that all the build-up I'm going to get?
Yeah.
We're talking about Ron Moody.
He's with us.
It's Ron Moody actually did, a rather breezy atmosphere in this studio. Hopefully it comes across, but Ron took a little while to get a handle on it, but Alan certainly filled that.
You told me he didn't know he was on the air for half an hour.
He did. Exactly. Can you imagine such a thing here? He did. He said, when do we actually go on? I said, that's it. Could you shut that door? There's a draft. We've only had about 2 or 3 real doggy guests, but God, we've not. No, we have.
Narcoleptic doggy guests.
We did narcoleptic guests, even better, but we're not rotten about them. Anyway, it's not going to happen this morning, one hopes, but apart from myself entering the tragedian market, of course you are now long established in it, so tell us, what are you in? What are you doing at the minute?
I'm in a play called Auntie and Me at the Wyndham's Theatre.
It was being discussed on this very station last night, extraordinarily favourably. 2 people hadn't realised it wasn't a section, they were talking about theatre generally, and once I went to see Alan Davies, I saw that, and they both were very, very hot about it. Yeah, and
they know what they're on about.
How long you did it at Edinburgh, didn't you? And now you're...
I did it at Edinburgh. Yes, it was very successful there.
Yeah.
People liked it there. The Scots...
Is that your lucky city? Is that what it is?
Yes. I seem to be able to please the Scots.
Yeah.
And they liked it. And now we're doing it in London. It's good. It's very nice. I have to do it 8 times a week. Yeah. It's quite a lot of talking.
And was this the plan, though, Alan? Was this the plan to be, not that there's anything wrong with it, it's top of the shop, to be a West End thesp that tread the balls there, or you just...
I don't really know what the plan was. I thought I'd do some comedy and then see how I got on. Yeah. And now I've ended up in a play. Yeah. It's a funny play, though, so I'm still close. I mean, it's overlapping with previous skills.
How tough is that? I mean, that's the thing, because famously, like Spike Milligan, when he did the bed-sitting room, if he thought it wasn't going very well, that would start changing it and talking to the audience.
I haven't done that yet. I must say, I'm sticking to the script.
Are you intimidated by, for want of a better word, kind of jobbing actors, people who have done it from the word go? Is there anyone that you've ever worked with you thought, they probably think I'm a lightweight?
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah. It's really? Yeah.
And what's more, it's not just me thinking it, they do think I'm a lightweight. and they might have a point. Well, but I've learned a lot of lines, I've put the hours in.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean,
I'm talking loudly and clearly.
But by the same token...
In 2 weeks' time, I'll have no voice left, I'm getting me wings.
By the same token, I do watch productions, and you think, well, I know it is a skill, and you can't see the wires, but I think I could do that. I'm about to find out, of course, writing EastEnders. But
the skill is making it look easy. It's like your job.
There it is.
Everyone thinks they can do your job.
There it is. Just come in and chat.
How does he do that?
Like Ron Moody. In fact, a lot of people have done it. But tell us about it. You say it's a comedy, but it didn't sound like a comedy last night. Not in the bad way. No,
because really it's about a bloke waiting for an old woman to die, which is not normally where the laughs start, is it?
Yeah, no, that's right. No, that's right.
It's usually at the wake where the laughs start. But it's
genuinely fun. It's not one of those where people think it's clever to say there's a lot of humour in it. Is it?
No, there are gags.
Overused work dark, but it's actual gags.
There are gags, and it's about 90 minutes long. There's about 38 scenes in it. It's quite a hectic pace. Lots of stuff goes on.
Your opening line? What is your opening line of the evening? I like to ask
my opening line, which is actually one of my favourite lines ever, is, I didn't expect you to be pleased to see me, hardly anybody ever is.
Oh, it is? That's almost E.L. Whisty-esque. It does. It sounds exactly like it could have come from...
And that makes me laugh.
Yeah, it is,
especially on press night when I looked out at them all.
What is the key...
I didn't expect you to be pleased to see me, and I was chuckling to myself.
Did you get a laugh itself? I suppose I don't know how to take it.
They don't laugh.
No?
No, God, that's the Ice Theatre of Lapland, that is. They sit there and have a real come on, monkey boy, TV boy, make me laugh.
It now takes 16 minutes for phrases to pass into showbiz law. The Ice Theatre of Lapland is now... It's like the Scottish play.
Tim Davies has already done a little page on the Blue Hamlet.
Blue Hamlet. It used to be, don't mention the Scottish play, now it's just the Ice Theatre of... Oh, no, well, it's a very funny origin. It was 20 minutes ago. And when do you find you've got a handle on it? Because, like you said, there's a lot of scenes. It is intimidating. I don't know, it's not a dumb thing to say, this is really tough, because, you know, we tend to throw stones at people who say that. But when do you find out, when you've got a script, you think, I think I've got that. Do you have a trick? Is there someone in your life you have to sit and work the lines with, or do you try to make it...
I work with the director for all through the rehearsal period, but actually I thought it was going to be relatively straightforward to do, but it turned out to have a bit of an emotional undercurrent, this play, which caught me on the hop, and I had to do some proper thespian.
But that is, I mean, it is, you know, use an old-fashioned word, it can be embarrassing to actually have to deliver a line and say, oh, look, I'm acting, in case everyone says less and all that. Do you find it, I mean, I know you've been doing a lot of acting, but when you certainly first started, did you just want to keep your head down and get through the lines, or did you have the courage to actually bring acting to it?
Well, you don't want to overdo it. I wanted to make sure the story was running believably before I started cranking the laugh meter up too much. Because that can work against it sometimes.
It can, certainly it can, yeah, because everyone say, oh, well, he's just playing himself or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know,
I get that all the time.
But have you ever done a huge crying scene?
I had to do some emotional stuff when we did Bob and Rose.
Oh, of course, of course, Bob.
We had to do
Mrs. Love Bob and Rose and missed the last episode. She's one of these who missed the last episode.
They moved it.
They bloody moved it, did they?
Some clip showing, because we weren't getting any... Well, we were getting 5 million viewers, but apparently that's not enough. So how many do you want?
No, it was a tremendous... Bob and Rose was a belter of a series. I only know this, forgive me, because doing this, but from feedback indoors, it was absolute one of those where everyone gathered around the set.
It was top draw.
And she always says, I never know what happened in the end. They moved it, did they?
They moved it till 10:20.
Oh.
David Lindemann was on the run at ITV.
Oh, was that period, was it?
Yeah. He said, we've had the worst week of ratings ever. I said, well, don't blame us.
I believe they refer to that as the Snow Theatre of Lapland period. There you go, hold on, we'll be right back.
It's available in the shops.
Yes. There you go. If you push the red buttons on your remote controls, you'd have heard all of that as well. Good morning, everyone. Here's David on the Woolwich Ferry. Good morning, David.
Hi, Candyman.
Yeah, thank you very much, David. You win £1 for saying the Candyman in front of the 7-foot effigy of myself. This is the doormat song. Let's bring Alan up to Alan Davies is with us, up to speed with what this is. Since yesterday, we've been looking for the most craven, submissive doormat of a song. It is. We've established it is Vicky Carr's. Oh, it must be him. Oh, when she starts off by saying, coming straight to you, David, she starts off by saying, oh, I'm fine now these days. I've got my friends tell me you should get out more, but I'm fine, I'm really fine. And then the chorus kicks in, which is, oh, please be him, my God, let it be him, it must be him, or I shall die. And so that started us looking for other doormat songs. And David, what have you got for us?
The Temptations, Ain't Too Proud to Beg.
Now, hang on, 1 second. This was past me and I wondered why. Now, everyone's saying, oh, come on, it's a great song. Yes, it might be, but if one analyses it in the cold light of day, there may be a worm singing it.
Do you know what you said then?
What?
You said, and it might just because I'm in front of you, you said Alanises it.
Did I?
Instead of
What do you see what I'm trying to tell you?
You said Alanises it.
Did I really?
And I quite like that as a verb.
I know, well, it could have been analysing it, and then I would have been speaking to you on a deeper level.
About that, on air.
Go on, to which part of Ain't Too Proud to Beg for
Analyse that.
Before we start lacing daisies into each other's hair and calling each other sister. So, which part of it do you want to draw our attention to?
Well, it's basically all of it then, but I mean, ain't
lovely
too proud to beg, ain't too proud to plead.
Yes, it is. And now I'm looking at it. I can never hear this again.
Now a crying man is half a man with no sense of pride.
But if I have to cry to keep you, I don't mind weeping if it'll keep you by my side.
There you go.
Oh, no, that's that I can never listen to again. Yes, Ain't Too Proud to Beg goes into our top 5 craven songs. I'll have to sleep on your doorstep all night and day, just to keep you from walking away. Let your friends laugh, even this I can stand, because I want to keep you any way I can.
Oh.
Thank you, David, that is a superb one. Absolutely top of the shop.
They weren't talking about his girlfriend, he was talking about his dealer.
Well, it was covered by the Stones. That would help out. Any more you've got for us, please? 0207 224 2000. You can email us at margaret.rutherford@bbc.co.uk. You can text us at 07932 949 949. They said it couldn't happen. So, how long's your run in the show? Tell us where it is, by the way.
It's at the Wyndham's Theatre.
Yeah.
And it's sort of ongoing.
Oh, it is.
Who knows when we'll grind to a halt?
The axe isn't looming over you like Friends and Frasier then.
Oh, no, there won't be an axe. No. There'll be a knife slipped between the shoulder blades in the dead of night.
Of course it is. Well, that happened to me.
The blood going down the grill on St Martin's Lane.
Have you ever been double-crossed in showbiz? Because I certainly have.
Oh, how long have you got? I've only hit half.
Well, I'll give you mine. I was, of course, flagship shows of the 90s. We're talking Pets Win Prizes here. A concept, of course, I delivered off myself with a good friend of mine. And I thought this was your licence fee at work. I thought, this is it. You know, you can see dray horses pulling pints. So we sold it to the BBC and they loved it. And then this edited version of the show came out. I thought, that don't look very good. It's quite a good show in the middle of all that. And then the Daily Mirror rang us up and said, yeah, how do you feel about being replaced by Dale Winton on Pets Win Prizes? I'm like, really? I mean, yeah, we're just about to write the story. And that was one of those. I found out while I was off the show that I can
found out through the media.
Through the media. And then, of course, it doesn't have to be quite as bitter as that. But have you ever been, have you ever had a showbiz feud, let's say?
Showbiz feud?
Come on. What are comedians like with each other? Are they all friendly and supportive?
I did write a sitcom once. And a friend of mine rang me up, and it was to star me, and the lead character was called Alan.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, another comic, rang me up and said, I've just been asked to audition for a sitcom.
No!
I said, yeah. He said, yeah, it's written by you. It says on the script by Alan Davies. And I was asked to audition for the part of Alan.
And you knew it was a done deal, did you?
And I said, well, that's fascinating, I'll get back to you on that.
You're joking.
Rang my agent. Yeah, I got dumped.
They were casting you.
God bless Carlton Television. They were casting me.
Well, you know the Dick Van Dyke Show was written by Carl Reiner. Yeah. Carl Reiner wrote the Dick Van Dyke Show. So, when he'd done the 1,000-Year-Old Man with Mel Brooks, of course, Mel being Mel Brooks went on to be Mel Brooks, but they couldn't find something for Carl to do, but they knew he was a genius, so they said, what do you want to come up with? So they gave him a year's money, and he came up with this show whereby he's a fellow who writes comedy for television called Alan... I think, no, it was called Alan Davies, was he? It was called Carl Reiner, probably. Anyway, so it was called The Carl Reiner Show, and they said that's the concept. The high concept was, rather like Seinfeld, it'd just be me doing the comedy. So they recorded it, and Mary Tyler Moore was his wife, and it was all tremendous, and it went very well at the pilot, and then they showed it to some people, and they said, the only thing we don't like about The Carl Reiner Show... and then the next time he saw it, it was called The Dick Van Dyke Show, by Carl Reiner.
He didn't even know.
No, he didn't know.
On one day, but that looks familiar.
Yeah, and they took all his scripts, and they bought them off him, they said, we'll tell you when we're going to start recording this, and he turned on the television they already had.
That's what happened to me. They made the show. They went ahead and made it. I'd long since gone and had a lie down in the field. Yeah. And thought, well, you know what? I like the radio.
That's it. Yeah. So you and I both
give me the sweat of the audience or something
respect.
like that. And the show came on, and the lead character was called Adam, which is really imaginative.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with you.
It's a couple of consonants.
Completely different high concept.
They got Carol Vorderman in to consult how to change the word.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know? I heard they dropped that in, and forgive me if this is legal, but afterwards sometimes, because let's face it is one of the great the Mount Rushmore of television. When they say Carol, and she goes, yeah, I would have gone 6, 5, 7, 3, added the third. You think, come on, whatever else we may think of your canon, that is something. Yeah. But I was told they're drop-ins, dear. They can be dropped in afterwards.
Oh, yeah, if she can't do the sum.
Well, so I hear. Now, is that just tittle-tattle, do you think? Or do you think Carol really can do it? Nobody could surely do it.
I don't know. I mean, she is actually very bright.
Oh, but one doesn't doubt that. But there's bright and there's being able to do that.
But there are times when she just turns and says, I can't do it. Now, do you think they just throw that in every
Well, it is the least edited show in television, as we've discussed it. It's the toughest audience, if there is one. But whether it's Giles Brandreth or Richard Stilgoe sitting there, and I go, Richard, he goes, I'm reminded of H.L. Mencken, when he said the quickest way to Guildford might be through the A23, but I'd rather walk. And they leave it, and they leave it, and they leave it. It comes up to Richard Whiteley and goes, well, so we'll be back in a season. Hey. Come on, help the fella out. You've asked
Tumbleweed,
the toughest audience. I just
got 10-letter word, Richard. Tumbleweed.
Which I can arrange into dying the death. Alan, we're going to have too much fun here and not talk about the product, because let's face it, it's highly unlikely we would have all got together this morning.
Talk about the Temptations. I saw them once. I saw them live.
Temptations or the Temptations?
I was on tour with Sean Hughes. I was opening up for Sean.
Oh, yeah.
And this was like 1992.
Ain't too proud to beg.
And there's this venue in Preston which has got a huge 3,000-seater in it and an 800-seater where we were. And I did my act. And I went round the back and there's all these Americans about. I thought, what's going on? I said, what's going on? and this bloke from Preston said, "You want to go in there?" And I opened the door, and I was by the stage, and there was 5 blokes kicking, spinning, in bow tie, the whole place doing Rolling Stone. I watched about an hour of them. I thought it was fantastic, and I went back and I saw Sean. I said, "Sean, sorry mate, I couldn't watch your act tonight because the Temptations are only on next door."
Wow.
And Sean, classic Sean moment, he goes, "It's not the original lineup." Rain on my parade.
Sure. Well, I should have stayed your act for the 75th time.
I thought it was a bit harsh on them, given that 2 of them were dead by then.
So, coming back to the res, if you want, I will. Again, it's called, what is this?
Auntie and Me.
Who else is in it?
Margaret Tyzack.
Oh, right.
Margaret Tyzack, legend of the theatre.
Of the dynasty,
it was actually, it was in I, Claudius, as well as Indiana Jones, The Young Chronicles.
Oh, right, okay.
But, best of all, Clockwork Orange. Which I haven't even asked about yet.
Where's she in there?
I don't actually know. I'm going to have to go back to my tape.
Because, of course, whatever I think...
2001 A Space Odyssey, she was in.
What, in Clockwork Orange, where am I thinking of? Because Miriam Carlin's in it, of course, who none of us can disassociate from the rag trade.
The rag trade,
of course, the rag. Everybody out! And she's got a fantastic...
Who was the bloke in that? Peter Jones, wasn't it?
Peter Jones was the rag trade, of course. Because
I was confused in the 70s, because I thought he also did the commentary on the football on Radio 2.
Oh, he thought the same one on the same?
Yeah, Peter Jones is doing the football now, isn't he?
Well, you know, who'd have thought in the 70s that Stuart Hall actually would have done, but that's the way that winds up.
I used to do a sports quiz on Radio 5, right?
Who hasn't?
And I was one team captain, and Stuart Hall was the other team captain, right? And I had Joe Calzaghe on my team.
Oh, right.
But this is about 5 years ago, before he was world champion.
Yeah.
And we did the whole programme. Stuart Hall said, "Right, thanks very much," and he had to shoot off right at the end. And we'd been there an hour, and just as he went out the door, Joe Calzaghe goes to me, "Who was that?" I thought, you're 20, aren't you, mate?
Yes, exactly, I suppose so.
I expect you, fist of stone, I'm not going to laugh.
Who's that?
Who was that? Stuart Hall! Well, it's a knockout, before you were born, before your mum was born.
We advertised this morning as having prospective London mayoral candidate, why do I keep calling him Simon Mayo? What's his name? Stephen Norris. Simon Mayo. It's the next level of hell.
Mayor of London. Mayor Mayo.
Mayor Mayo. Already we're working on the next instalment of Adam, a sitcom for our times. But it wasn't. It was Alan Davies stepped into the breach. He will be coming along, the other fella. But Alan, thank you very much indeed.
Lovely to see you.
And what a night out.